Hello, you're watching New Vision TV News, and here's what's coming up in our bulletin. In news around Uganda, university lecturers have called off their strike after meeting the president, and the Mukama oil has cautioned against deforestation. Now, in news around the East African region, the Tanzanian government is set to create a national database for married men. You need to find out why. In news around the world, fresh floods alert in India's south state. In our special report today, we expose Kampala's pickpockets. This and more in our bulletin. Hello, you're watching New Vision TV News. My name is Lynn Komjisha. Thank you for joining us. We come to you from the New Vision newsroom, bringing you news around Uganda, news around the East African region, news elsewhere in the world. We also bring you a Pearl of Africa story, as well as a special report. Now, for our news around Uganda, leaders of public university lecturers have agreed to call off the strike and resume work. The move followed a meeting with President Yoweri Museveni yesterday, according to Professor Edward Mwavu, one of the lecturers' leaders. Now, according to Mwavu, Museveni said the government will implement his promise to pay a professor at a public university 15 million Uganda shillings every month. Museveni told the meeting attended by the leaders of professional trade unions and lecturers that his promise to pay the professors 15 million shillings per month is still on. Now, news from Kampala, the National Social Security Fund has explained the bill that seeks to introduce a tax on members' benefits. Now, the NSSF Managing Director Richard Byarugaba was responding to New Vision's story today that breaks down the details in the proposed amendment bill. New Vision TV spoke to Richard Byarugaba.
In fact, it is a win-win situation because, as I've said, that the government will get more money in taxes, the member will get a bigger benefit, and there won't be any losers. And the analogy I would like to give is that, would you rather tax the seeds? So if you are taxing seeds, there are fewer seeds, but if you wait for the seeds to be planted and invested and harvested, you will have a bigger amount to eat as the farmer, but also government would have a bigger tax from the harvest, and everybody would be happy. We have 6 benefits. The first benefit is the age benefit. That will be taxed if it is taken at the age of 55. However, if the member waits until they are age 60, it will be exempted. The next benefit we have is the withdrawal benefit. That benefit is for members who are 50 years and are no longer in active employment for at least 1 year. They are allowed to withdraw their money. That benefit will be taxed because they will not get the benefit of the age of 60, or unless they wait until the age of 60. The other benefit that we have is the survivor's benefit, which is the one where you pass on and the money is paid to your survivor. That will be exempted. In addition to that, the IB, or the invalidity benefit, that is the sick benefit, that one will also be exempted. The other benefits that we have are the exempted employee. That's when you move out of the NSSF and you go and work for government. That one will be taxed unless if they get to the age of 60, and then they withdraw their money at that stage. And then the final one is the immigration grant. Again, that will be taxed unless if they wait until their age 60. So in all matters, the trigger will be for taxation will be below the age of 60, except for survivors and the invalidity benefit.
In Kabarole district, the Mukama of Toro Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru has asked residents of Buriaha County, Kabarole district, to stop cutting down trees. He said this at the launch of a campaign to plant 10 million trees within 5 years at Bukuku Town Council headquarters. Oyo also directed each student of Nyakasura School to plant a tree along the boundaries of the school. Oyo noted that forests in the country are being cleared by charcoal burners, affecting the environment. Now news from Hoima. Hoima Regional Referral Hospital management is being investigated for alleged hiring out of a government building to a private pharmacy operator. The private pharmacy, which first bared words of Platinum Pharmacy, later changed to Hoima Hospital Private Pharmacy a few meters to the private antenatal care wing. In a letter dated August 6th, Hoima Resident District Commissioner Samuel Arari Kisembo wants the investigating team to find out circumstances under which a private pharmacy operates at the facility. Kisembo also wants to establish if the Health Ministry is aware of the existence of the private pharmacy being operated by an Indian and whether the Line Ministry okayed it. The investigative team is led by District Internal Security Officers Hoima and Chikube, District Police Commander Hoima, Officer in Charge of Crime Hoima, and District Health Officer for Hoima, and the Albertine Regional Police Crime Intelligence. The letter that is addressed to Peter Mukombi, the Hoima District Director, is copied to DISOs of Hoima and Chikube and the District Crime Intelligence Officer. Some members of the community have fear that the intended medicines from national medical stores could end up in this private pharmacy. Efforts to get a comment from the hospital boss were futile since he could not respond to repeated calls on his non-mobile phone, and neither was he in office. Closing off news around Uganda is a story from Masaka district. The Japan government has donated advanced ambulance equipment with life support facility and an intensive care unit to St. Joseph's Hospital Chitovu in Masaka Diocese under the grant assistance for grassroots human security projects. This follows the breakdown of the hospital ambulance, which was donated by the Ireland Catholic missionaries in the year 2001. The hospital is a private not-for-profit facility with 256-bed capacity serving people in the 8 districts of Greater Masaka region. The Japanese ambassador to Uganda, Kazuki Kameda, handed over the ambulance to Bishop Emeritus John Baptist Kagwa of Masaka Diocese at the hospital premises on August the 12th.